We are live. Good morning, beautiful souls. So, this is my very first podcast on my StreamYard, which I use StreamYard, if you guys don't know, for my my podcast here at my new house. Now, I just hung up Kuan Yin because this is not painted yet. I'm painting the living room. The bedroom's done. I'm going room by room. So if you don't know, this is Beautiful Souls Podcast. And my name's Suzette Denny. And I have created this because of all of the beautiful souls out here that I have a message that I've learned these 3 things about manifestation, and I would love to share them with you. So I get all the time, you can manifest this, you can manifest that, I can manifest a lot of stuff. And over the years, I have practiced mainly these 3 things that I've seen myself do, and I wanted to bring them up to you guys so you guys can manifest also. Now, one of the big things about manifestation is you have to be able to believe what you want to receive. So if you want to receive $1,000, can you, in the state of being that you're in, can you believe that you can manifest $1,000? Now, a lot of people say, well, I want to be a millionaire, but can you believe that you're going to be a millionaire in a month? Or can you believe that you're going to manifest $1,000 in a month, $1,000 in a week, $1,000 in a day? Some people, I've done $1,000 in a day. And at the time I was like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that I could, but I was open to receive. There's another thing of manifestation, open to receive. You have to be open to receive what God is bringing down, what your higher self is wanting you to manifest. You have to get in alignment. So I want to talk about the very first thing that I do is I write it down. Now, I'm going to use my house as my manifestation because it's been 6 months looking for a house. I was in Florida, living on the beach, I manifested that house, that condo on the beach for $300. There is a story on there. I'm not going to tell that story right now, but there is a video on here on my podcast talking about that manifestation. Now, in this manifestation, I had to come back home. And I needed my own home. I did not know how I was going to get it. I did not know how it was anything, how I was going to receive it. So I just wrote it down. What I wanted in my home, what I seen in my vision that I wanted. I wanted 2 bathrooms. I wanted a fenced-in yard for my dog. And I wrote this all down. I have everything wrote down. And this has been wrote down for months and months. And I would add to it. I would commit to this house. I love to travel. I love to move to different places, and I'll move to Florida, and I'll move to Tampa, and I'll move to Pensacola, and I'll move to Connersville, and I'll move to Richmond. So I've lived a lot of places. And so I was actually telling the universe, bump something. I was actually telling God, the universe, that I will commit to this house and where it is right now. If you want to manifest something, you have to know exactly what you want. You have to write it down. Write this down. What do I want? I want an office. I want an eBay room. I sell on eBay, so that's a big thing for me. I want a basement, big thing. I want a fireplace, big thing. And I've received all of this. Now, here's the thing about the manifestation. The first tip is write it down. And the next tip is to be clear of what you want. So I could say, well, I want this, but I'm not going to, I want this house. And I thought the house that I was going to get was on another street. And I wanted that house, and I literally did not get that house, and I was crying. Like, I didn't get that house. But then God, the universe, your higher self always comes in and gives you the right place for you, the right house, the right jobs, the right people, if you allow, I had to allow myself to receive. And the reason I'm so saying this, allow yourself to receive, you allow yourself to receive the winning the lottery. A lot of people do, but then you don't be able to keep the lottery. You need to be able to receive and be able to hold the house, hold the job, hold the lottery winnings into your manifestation. Because if you don't, you can manifest all day long and then you'll lose it and you'll lose it and you'll lose it. So you have to get into a vibration, a frequency of being able to hold it. So that's why some of the times when you're trying to manifest a house or a car or the relationship that you want, you have to, God gives you trials and tribulations to go through to see if you're going to be able to handle it when you receive it. If you're going to love it, if you're going to care for it, or you're going to just treat it like, it's just another piece of whatever. So my first tip is to write it down and know what you want. And it's hard. It's hard to be clear because I could say, oh, I wanted 2 bathrooms, but no, I'll just take it with, one bathroom will be okay because I just want in a house. And the funny thing about my house manifestation is I would have lived in a bar. I was living with my family at the time. And not that I don't love my family, but who wants to live with their parents? Nobody wants to live with their parents. Nobody wants to live with their kids. Nobody wants to live with their family. They just want to live by their self, their own energy, their own well-being. And so I would go look at a house. I would go look at a house and say, okay, this is it. Okay, this is it. And literally the next day it would be sold. Somebody bought it. It's gone. And I'm like, what is going on? And I was in the wrong frequency and the wrong energy to be receiving that house and bringing it in and being able to keep it. So it took me 4 or 5 months to get into the alignment. And then when I did, it was like, boom, I was in alignment. I found the house and here it is. And I'm in it. So the big thing about manifestation is write it down, know what you want, and then expect things to happen that looks like you're not going to receive it. Oh, you're not going to get it. It fell through. Somebody else has it. Your next door neighbor will come over and say, I just bought the most beautiful house. Your coworker will say, I just manifest the best husband in the world. It's all there in your face for you to see. And what is your reaction? So we want to react like, oh my God, thank you, universe, for showing me that this is coming to me. Or you could say, you're a piece of crap and you got this and I didn't. How are you going to respond? That's another thing. The universe wants to know that you're grateful and happy and appreciative. It doesn't want to give you anything that you're not happy with or appreciated with. That's why you see a lot of negative people getting negative stuff, because God only gives you what you say that you want. So if you say, oh, my life's a piece of shit, then God's like, yeah. And then if you say, oh my God, my life's so wonderful and I have the best house and the best man and the best job, then God says, yeah. I love that. I get so happy about that, saying that, because it's so true. Now that I've decided that I'm going to have the best house and the best life and the best man, then that's what I have. I've decided that. It's been me that's decided, and to allow myself to go through any experience that the universe, God wants to show me to get to that. And it's not always going to be good. It's going to be painful. You're going to lose something. If you're in this house, you're going to have to lose that house to get to this house. You can't live in 2 houses. If you want a new man, you're going to have to lose something on the way to get that man. It might be another man. It might be lose your ego, lose your attitude, lose whatever, but you're going to lose something. Before you receive your manifestation, you will have some kind of pain. And how will you act during this pain? You will act either good or bad, and that will determine what you will receive. Now, This happened to me on, I was supposed to get on the house on the 13th. I did not sign it till the 27th, but on the 13th, when they said, well, you can't have the house yet because we need more time, my 5-year-old me was like, oh my God, like, you know, having a tantrum. And then I said, okay, God, the universe knows better than me. And this is all working out for my highest good. And then the electricity got fixed during that time. Other things got manifested during that time. It always works out for the highest good, but it doesn't always feel or look like it's the highest good for you. Basically never. So that's one of my things I'm saying. Write everything down. I have, this is for my house. I have, this is for my body. A different page. This is for my eBay store. This is for my YouTube. I have everything wrote down what I want to see in my life. Another thing about manifestation is you have to say, I want to receive this. I want to see this in my life. I want to see my life grow in this way. And then you have to hold that feeling. Will you go negative? You will. And then you bring yourself back. You say, no, that's not true. I'm allowed to have this. I'm allowed to have the manifestation of the house. I'm allowed to have the manifestation of the job. I'm allowed to have whatever I want. I am keeping it from me. You're keeping it from you. We keep it from ourselves because we're safe here. Like, I'm safe with no house. I don't have any bills. I'm safe with no relationship. I won't have to fight with anybody. I won't have to do what everybody wants. I won't have to negotiate what I want to do. I'm safe in, you know, staying in this job and not taking on another one because, oh my God, what if it won't work out? Everything always works out. It just, we might have to go through a tunnel, or we might have to go up a hill and down into the darkness. That's what I said yesterday. I said, I have been through so much darkness to bring it into the light, to bring this into manifestation, that nothing affects me really about it anymore. It will for a minute. It's like I'm still in my ego for a few minutes, but then I come out like that. So the first thing is write it down. The second thing is be clear on what you want. I want 2 bathrooms. I want 2 garages, not 2 garages, 2-car garage. That's what I got. You have to be specific. And like I said, I thought it was a different house, and it's not what you think. It's what God, the universe, wants to give you. I know a lot of people think, well, you're creating your own reality. You are. You're creating it. I got everything I wanted. It just wasn't what I thought it was. So I thought it was, you know, I wanted a Lamborghini and I got a Ford Focus. God always gives you the highest good of all. Just like a week before I got this house, I said, God, if you don't want me to have it, take it away. Because I didn't want it. If it was going to have bad things to go with it, like things were breaking down and all that, I just didn't want it. You actually want to say, show me best and the highest good for me and my family and every person around us. And also for people that watch you for manifestation. People literally call me and ask me, I want to manifest this. How are you getting this? And another thing, since I've been here, I have been able to buy furniture for top, like brand new furniture for the lowest prices I've ever heard in my life. Like, I am literally telling myself, I don't know how you're doing this. It is just like ridiculous. Dining room sets for, I think I paid 30, 60, and 12. So whatever that adds up to, not even $100. And then if you look online, it's like $2,000. It's crazy, but I'm in alignment. Here's the thing. You have to be in total alignment. That's the thing about knowing what you want. So you write it down, you know what you want, and you don't wave. You know, you like it, the house can burn down and say, I don't care. I know that the right house is coming for me. Somebody's sold that house or somebody already bought it. It doesn't matter. I know the right house is coming for me until you manifest it. You have to just stay in the vibration, and you get out. You do. I got out 100 million times, but you bring yourself back. I know I know. And when it becomes a knowing, that's when you manifest it. And every manifestation is so quick. Like I manifested the beach house in 24 hours. It was that quick. I manifested this house in 3 days. Boom, boom, boom. And so when you get to your manifestation and you get in an alignment of what you really want and you're not wavering, you will receive it. So the goal is to get to the alignment, get in the vibration and stay in the vibrational match. Now, then once you get the house, the car, the loved one, you want to keep the house, the car, the loved one. I have so many people call me with their relationships and say, well, he's going to leave me. Yeah, if that's what you're saying. Or you can say, he is so nice to me. He treats me like gold. He gives me everything I want. He appreciates everything I do for him. Even when it doesn't look like that, we can change energy, change ways people look at us, change the being of our own being and say, this can be true. Just like I never waved about the house. This was not my first choice. This was not my second choice. This was, I think, like my 11th choice. And when I knew it, I seen it, I said, okay, I made an offer on it that day and it was done. They accepted it and it was done. And the whole time, even when they accepted it, I could have been like, oh my God, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. And not that I didn't do that maybe once, but most of the time I was like, no, this is my house. I claim it. It's mine. This is my man. I claim it. It's mine. You have to be knowing that it is. You have to be in the knowing. You can't be in the, I'm not sure. I don't know if I should do it. Just like me right now, the universe is saying, my higher self is saying, my God self is saying, I want you to jump over here to this career, and I'm still holding on to this. And I know that I'm going through it. And until I get in total alignment and know for 100% sure, I will not manifest it. I already know because I practice this manifestation so well now. So the first thing is to write it down. The second thing is to know what you want. If you want a man, say, I want a man that is nice and kind, that is 6 feet tall, that, is in construction, works out. I mean, say all these things. But another thing, you have to become the vibrational match to it. So don't say, I want a health freak when you're not a health freak. Don't, on a relationship. Don't say, I want a man that loves, pizza when you don't love pizza. I love to go thrifting and, I love to go to spiritual retreats and stuff like that. I want a man to do that. I don't want to get a man that wants to always be golfing and never wants to do anything with me. So you have to be in an alignment. You have to know what you want. And then you don't have to. Here's something I've learned. You don't have to go get anything. Yes, you have to do stuff like, yes, I looked for a house. Yes, I looked for a job. But then I just was at peace and just said, let it come to me. God, the universe, please show me what you have. Show me the job you want me to have. And show me the house you want me to have. Show me the man that you want me to have with your list. Once you put the list out, God knows. God knows like this. But he also knows that you're on a vibrational match to it. And that's the third thing. You have to be a vibrational match to receive it. And will you get off of the vibrational match? You will. You just bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. Bring yourself back until you're back and you're not moving anymore. Just like one day I decided at 12 houses in, this is the house and that was it. And I was done and I knew it was done and that was it. I never waved, never, maybe like tiny bit, but at least they always say your manifestation needs to be on the positive side of it. Because yes, we're human and we think and we have thoughts. But most of our thoughts are dumb ass thoughts that tells us all the negative things that, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not you're too old, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too, all the other things. And you can control your reality. You have to do it. You just have to do it. You have to be it. You have to say it. You have to. I live by myself right now, thank God. And I have been in so good of alignment because I am like manifesting all kinds of stuff like out of nowhere. But I also don't live in this 3D reality. I'm mostly in my 5D, which means I'm in my imagination. I see what I want things to look like. I see a couch that I want and I get it. I see a table I want, I get it. I see the painting I want. The whole house is being painted. It's all different colors. I'm getting all new light fixtures. I've already bought them. There's some sitting out there waiting for it to get done. I see this whole big house in another vision that somebody else seen it, and it's coming to me. I say, God, I want a fireplace, and God says, here. I want this kind of a lamp, and here. And it comes in my awareness because now I'm asking for it, and God loves me and wants me to receive it. And we have to be able. One of the biggest things is to allow it to come in. I don't care. And I would start small. I would be like, I want somebody to bring me a coffee today, and then forget about it. And it'll be weirdly brought to you, a coffee. It will be weirdly brought to you what you're trying to manifestation. I want a donut. I want a coffee. I want somebody to bring me flowers. You'll start receiving them. And you'll be like, oh, this works. Then you can go to bigger and better things. Now, and it's mostly like the stuff that you don't care about. I would try at first. Like, yeah, I really like this table, but I don't know. And then all of a sudden you'll be out somewhere and be like, oh my God, there's a table and it's like $4. Instead of $100. And you're like, oh my God, that was meant for me. You'll see the synchronicities. They will show themselves. I love manifestation. It's so much fun. It's living in your imagination. One of the things God says is, come to me like a child. And when you're a child, and I know people in our adults of like, well, you don't need to act like a child, but you do. If God is your father and he wants to give you everything you want, he says, come to me as a child, then don't you want to do that? I do. I do that. I believe that whatever I put out in the universe, that God's going to give it to me because I'm a child. And even people say, well, you act like a child. I do act like a child, but I also have responsibilities that, okay, I can be a responsible person and also act like a child. And a child, here's what I mean about acting like a child. A child believes that he's an astronaut. A child believes that they're a dancer. A child believes that they are Superman and they're getting ready to fly across the living room and have everything they want. What can you believe? You can do the same thing. We are all children in big old bodies now. All children. Me, you, whoever's watching this. We are all children, and what do we want to believe? What do we want to believe that we can receive? It looks so dark in here. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to get better lighting. I have a little light on, and then I'm sitting here by the window. Maybe I need to be facing the window is what I need to be doing because I've got the window back to me. So I see the light coming in. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm sorry this is so dark. I don't think I really can change it right now. But anyway, 3 things that I do all the time for manifestation. And I have at least 15 of these journals, probably even more. I give them to my children. I don't think anybody's read them. Maybe they have. But here's another thing. I write down in my journal is thank you. I thank you for my beautiful house. I say, I love living here. It's so happy and peaceful. Oh my God. That's another thing about the manifestations I forgot to tell you guys. So write it down, know what you want, crystal clear. What do you want? 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, whatever you want. Write it down, keep it in your journal. And then thank God for it. Thank you. I am so happy and grateful now that I live here and everything's peaceful. I thank you for, oh my God, I haven't even read this. Let me go back to it because I just found this. This is so, and this is funny how the universe works. It wants me to tell you this. Okay, here it is. So today I am so grateful. Hold on, that wasn't, okay, here. My beautiful house. I am so loving it. I am so happy and grateful. I am blessed beyond measure. I love that it has a backyard. I love that Izzy has her own fenced in yard. Thank you so much for letting me know that you are with me and to hear what that I am speaking to you. I believe you, God, and I believe all the blessings you're bringing to me. And then on and on and on. So I talk to the God, I talk to the universe. I know a lot of people don't know this about me, but I live in my own little world. I'm actually in my own little world, having my own manifestation. Just like today, I went to my daughter's house. I went to pick some stuff up, and I told myself, I prayed and meditated and said, I'm not going to do any work this weekend. I'm not going to lift stuff. Not that I'm not going to work. I'm going to do little stuff. And when I went to pick up some stuff at my daughter's house, I hurt my back, and it was my right butt. So I said, okay, God, because God talks to you through your body, people, places, things, body, events, things that are going on in your life. That's how God talks to you. So I said, what is it? Why is this hurting me? Right side, which was masculine energy. I don't know if you know anything about masculine energy, but it's when you're trying to get stuff done, moving. And my higher self says, I want you to be more in your feminine energy. Feminine energy is letting things come to you, letting things flow. I can do everything I want to do, and it doesn't matter if I just sit here on the couch, everything's just going to magically happen for me. I'm going to make more money than I do today and not even work. And it's a knowing. It's a feeling. It's like, oh yeah, life is so easy and life is so fun. And yes, I've noticed since I've been here that I'm not in it as much. I've been more in my masculine, and my masculine energy is saying, hello, stop doing all this stuff and get back in your feminine, because feminine energy, you'll manifest anything you want. That's where you manifest. The masculine energy is I do it, and the feminine energy is I receive it. Woo! I love that. And that's something I'm going through today. So you have to listen to this, the little synchronicities, the signs, all the things around you. I'm very aware of all the spiritual things that happens to me every day now. And so I'm really deep into it. But I wanted to share with you guys about the manifestation. This stuff works. Write it down. And I didn't look at it every day, but every so often I'd look, and I would add stuff to it. Just like I said, I would commit to it. I will bring to the highest, make this house to bring it to the highest good of all. So the goodness of my children and my grandchildren and my family, for me to be closer to the universe, God, whoever you pray to. Kuan Yin. I like Kuan Yin because she's a woman, she's a Buddha, and she reminds me of peace. And I'll tell you something that I haven't really told anybody, but since I usually get up and meditate about 20 minutes every morning. Well, now I've been doubling it. And I am feeling so good. So I just feel like I'm getting ready to manifest more stuff in my life. Right now, I'm just manifesting the stuff inside my house, but who knows? I'd love to manifest a bigger YouTube channel. I'd love to manifest a bigger eBay business. So that is on my radar. And so we'll see what happens. And I believe that it will. I believe that it will. It's all going to come together. I'm trying to manifest 7 streams of income. I did have 4 or 5. Now I have 2. But it's coming. It's coming. And being here in my own energy is going to manifest it. That's another thing, you guys. Another tip is be in your energy. Be in your own energy. Because the outside world is going to tell you nothing's working out for you. But you know, God knows everything's always working out for you. Even when it looks like it's not working out for you, it's working out for you. I promise you. I live in the unknown so much. It's like the car can break down. Oh, well, we're getting a new one, or, we're getting a better one. And it always works out to be better. It always works out to be better. All right. That's the lesson for today. And my lesson today is do not do a video with the window behind you. Do it with it in front of you. All right. So there's a tip for a video if you want to do. All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you so soon. And let me know in the comments what you want to manifest. Let me help you. I have a on my Facebook, and I'll link them down here, where you can get a hold of me for life coaching. I can coach you through this, and you can manifest whatever you want. Your dream life, it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. You are holding it back. All right. Love you. Bye.